going on today, YouTube family? We are behind the wheel of a 2024 GR86 with the automatic transmission. Now, if you remember a while back, I did a 6-speed manual review on a pre-owned model that we had in stock, and that car was an absolute blast to drive. So wanted to give the automatic a fair shake. You guys know I don't even believe that cars that are this size, this type of rear-wheel drive small application vehicle, should even be offered with an automatic. But for people who can't drive them or just never learned, I guess they have to appease that audience as well. But if you're gonna have a car like this, obviously I think you should just learn how to drive a manual, because you're gonna get the most out of it. But before I pass too much judgment, let's go ahead and drive it. We'll take a look at everything as we always do, and go over all that this one has to offer. Now, this one is not a premium model, so it is missing things like the heated seats and a couple other goodies. But really, you're not buying this car for luxury. You're buying it because it's small and fun to drive. So let's take a look at it from the outside. This one is painted in the metallic white. It's got those, I want to say these are 18s. So these are 215/45 R17s. They are machine finished as well as painted, and got your GR badge down there, full LED illumination. It's a great looking car. I do prefer the vehicle in black as opposed to this white. I think it just looks better, but that's my opinion. Got some functional side sills there, side vents to help bring air past those tires and past the brakes, keep it nice and cool while you're on the track. This particular one has been optioned with the GR exhausts that are black finished. Looks really good. It's got some parking sensors as well, and I do like the rear end of this vehicle. I think it looks really nice. So let's go ahead and pop the trunk so you can see that. So as you see, that box fits in there pretty well. Trunk is not nearly as small as you might think. You got your GR86 branded mats here, and then when we go underneath the floor, you get a fix-a-flat kit, no spare tire. So one thing to keep in mind if you are in the market for one of these vehicles. As you guys know, this is a partnership with Subaru, so it does have a Boxer motor, which I'll let you guys take a look at now. Vehicle develops 228 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. There it is. It says Toyota Subaru right there on there, so you know for a fact it is indeed a partnership vehicle. Got 2 cylinders on this side, 2 on this side, and they are fighting at each other like that. So looks good, and a lot of people do modify these vehicles, so there is some tuning potential there, especially if you're going to throw a turbo on it. Just be careful. That's all I can say. Don't put too much boost. Be very careful when you're tuning these things. We'll go ahead and hop in and do our normal test drive. It's a really nice day today, which makes me wish that they made these. Oh, Jesus Christ, hit my head. Which makes me wish they made these in a soft top convertible. That would be awesome. Actually, before we set off, I'm gonna take this tag down because it is rattling against the glass and it is very annoying. So we'll take that out. Now this vehicle, this particular one, is equipped with the 6-speed automatic. So, and they have fixed that stupid flat torque spot that the Boxer motor was known for in the previous generation. So they have fixed that. Again, thank goodness, because it was horrible. Go ahead and fix this. Oh. And set off. Driving the old Scion FRS BRZ 86 batch of cars, if you will, with the automatic was an absolutely miserable experience. Completely miserable. So they have made some great improvements. Oops, sorry guys. Go ahead and pop it into track mode. Get into these paddle shifters, which so far are not that responsive on downshift. Let's see about upshifts. Not bad on upshift, but not great either. I genuinely prefer the manual in this vehicle. As you can tell by how much the camera is moving, this is not the smoothest car in the world. When you really rev it out, it does sound good, and it's very lightweight, so it doesn't need a whole lot of power to get it going. Does handle very well. Every time I drive one of these, I just feel like I'm in a street legal go-kart. That's really how it feels to me. And we are still in track mode. Yeah, this car is meant to be having 3 pedals. It's just, this almost doesn't feel right. When I was first getting the video started, before I actually started recording, I literally put it in, well, I put it up into neutral, and I went like that, trying to make sure it was in neutral, and I pulled the brake, and I was like, oh, that's right, there's park. So definitely something to get used to when I'm so accustomed to driving these with an actual 6-speed manual. But it's not bad for people who just want something sporty, still want something that handles really, really well, but just can't drive a stick, aren't interested in learning. Shame on you, but these exist. But it's definitely not my ideal setup for this type of car. There's just certain cars that I feel like should only be offered with a manual. The Miata is one of them. This car, another one. You know, anything in this sort of price and size. The old MR2s, the Celica, you know, cars like that. The Honda Prelude, they made those automatic. I thought those were just garbage with automatics. You know, so kudos to Honda for saying, listen, you want a Civic Si, you want a Type R, you're gonna have to know how to drive a stick, or learn, or don't buy my car. It's like they took a stand on it. We're not putting automatics in these cars. We're just not gonna do it. So I respect them for that. I appreciate that. Like, why get over here to make a right and not know what you're doing? With this updated engine, this vehicle is still a lot faster and a lot more responsive and enjoyable to drive than the previous boxer motor that they had in these. So even though it's not manual, it is still a lot more enjoyable to drive. All right, gonna do our 0 to 60 as we always do. Doesn't have any issues getting up to speed. It's just less engaging, which in a car like this, you know, you want to just feel like it's you, the car, and the road. But there's some other stuff in between you with this automatic for sure, but it's still not bad. Not bad at all. I still wouldn't buy one. Not with an automatic, I wouldn't, but for those who have to have an automatic, here you go. It absolutely exists. I think you should just learn how to drive a stick, but if that's just not something you're interested in, hey. Backup camera is typical Subaru, not great. Want to thank you, as always, for joining me in today's test drive. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Drop a comment or two. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.